So, something that seems to have been changed in version 0.5.1, or sometime recently at least, similar to how they changed work speed working for ranch pals silently without announcing it in any way, is that pals cooldowns now cool down while the pal is in the sphere. So you saw at the beginning of the video, I used Thunderstorm, it has a 1 minute cooldown. I fly around for 1 minute with the pal in the sphere, send it out again, and it uses Thunderstorm immediately. So when I noticed this, like just now, the first thing I did was take my 5 max Jignesses using only Holy Burst, and I went straight back to visit Victor. So we got these 5 Jignesses, and I removed the dragon skills because Holy Burst is so good that super effective skills will have priority. So you will send out the Jigness and it will use Beam Slicer first, which I don't want. I wanted to use Holy Burst, so you send one out, it uses Holy Burst. Then you can probably swap it a lot sooner. I'm not sure where you can animation cancel for the swap. So we're rotating, I think this is Jigness number 3. Let's try to keep track. That's number 3, right? 4. Number 5. And now we should be going back to the first one on the next one. And on the old patch, it would not have used Holy Burst there. It would have waited the 30 or 20 seconds or whatever, depending on Serenity and stuff, before using it. So how does this impact the meta now? Because I was making a big deal out of this changing the game. Well, before you used to run these booster pals, and the gain from boosters isn't huge. Like, it's not a game-breaking amount of boost, but it was just no reason to, since cooldowns didn't reset in the sphere. So now instead of running like 4 boosters, you will run 5 pals, probably with strong long CT skills, and swap between them. It also means that Serenity on party pals is probably not all that anymore. You can run like 5 Shadow Beaks with full attack passives and just rotate between the Divine Disasters. So 10 Divine Disasters, just skip Serenity, it will be fine anyway. So there will be some changes to that. The dodging itself is also a lot easier. Like the pal heals in the pal sphere as well. If you give it medicine, it will heal as well. So you can skip Vampiric. So skipping Serenity and Vampiric. So this is the old meta, just to give you a quick comparison. The 4 boosters. What you will be missing out on is the Vanguard on the player and Stronghold Strategist on the player. And you will also need to use the food buffing food, like the attack food, on 5 pals instead of just 1. So that will be a little bit different, but as mentioned, you can now start skipping out on Serenity. I did a quick DPS test against Bjorn here. 5 Libros rotating with only Nightmare Bloom against 1 regular fighting boosted Libro. And the DPS seems to be pretty much the same, like the ones using the perfect skills over and over, but they lack the booster DPS, while the 1 Libro with booster DPS, however, will be using stuff like Airblade in between. So the DPS will be pretty similar in this particular fight. Against something like Marcus and Phalaris, you will find that Holy Burst is just so strong, like you saw with the Jigness against the Victor in this video. So it will have some changes there. It will have some changes to the passives we're using for party pals, and it will change quite a lot of how we fight the tower bosses. For raid pals, it won't really matter. So that's it for this big undocumented change, probably the biggest combat change since we got that defense boost and built-in Serenity for combat pals. So for now, thanks for watching.